It's Daryl here. I noticed from my views that most of my new subscribers, I want to know what you guys are interested in. I want to provide videos that are entertaining, informative, that are positive. I, my workout stuff doesn't get a lot of views, but this is okay. This one isn't going to be about working out. I want to tell you guys an amazing freaking story, and every word of this is true. Swear to God, swear on the Bible, swear on my father's grave. I've been working out hard here. Let me show you my weights here that I use. Okay, this one, 50 pounds. I've had this weight since my father was alive. Meaning I've had this weight for coming up on 50 years, okay? Now here's some other ones that I bought at Walmart. 25, two 15s. I have a 35, but it's at my ex-girlfriend's house. Now, I got a story about these two 40-pound weights. You guys aren't going to believe this. I swear on the Holy Bible, this is true. All right, I had one 35-pound, one 25-pound. I think that was it, and my big 50-pounder, okay? This is back when it took a while to accumulate these. Like I've told you guys, I'm a recovering heroin and crack cocaine addict. So, of course, I was flat broke back in 2006, 2007. Not just flat broke, but I owed my creditors. We do this thing called making amends. I'm sure you've heard of it. So I owed a lot of people, not just apologies, but money or anything I could do to help. So not only was I broke, but I was in the red a lot to make amends to a lot of people. But that being said, I didn't. I bought these workout pieces whenever I could at Walmart. These ones they're more expensive than you'd think just for a big chunk of metal. The 40 pounders, I think they go for about $35, maybe $38 a piece. So for two of them would be about $70, $80. And that's a big investment for somebody just getting into recovery. Like I said, again, this was probably about 10 years ago when I was expanding. I would expand and then add on to that. I buy all my canvases, my paint equipment, my paints, my brushes. Then this is before I started selling any paintings. Before I started a business and started getting income. So it took a while. Okay, here's the amazing thing, and this is a true story. Okay, I wanted to acquire the next weight I wanted to get was a 40-pound weight. I wanted to get two of them. I've been watching videos on YouTube about working out, motivational stuff. And I saw a lot of videos with a guy with a weight in one hand, a weight in the other hand, and he'd do like 5 in one, then 5 in the other bicep, 5 this one, 5 that one. So I wanted two 40-pound weights. I was working my way up to the 40-pound curls, all right? And I was saving up money, $70, $80 to buy these two 40-pounders. Now, every day, I told you guys I go for a walk, and I've been doing this for 13 years, every single day. There's the Black Rock Park, where my father was a ranger, where I go for a walk. There's 3 dams around here. The Thompson Dam, the Black Rock Dam, and the Northfield Dam. All great places to hike. But on this particular day, I was going back to where I grew up at Black Rock Park. They have a big baseball field in front, and I would park the car there at the parking lot, and I would go on a hike around the pond, up into the woods. But I'd always park my car in the same place. Now, keep in mind, I told no one, absolutely no one, about this desire to buy these weights. Absolutely, I had no reason to. It was just a thought in the back of my head, a goal, and I told absolutely not my mother, not anybody in my family, nobody. All right, so I was getting close to having the extra money to pick up these two weights, the $70 or $80. I was getting close to it. Now I still can't believe this happened. I pull in to go park at my usual spot, and my usual spot was down. I usually park my car away from other cars because I don't like people parking too close to me and scratching up my car. Not that it's anything special, but so I would park way down at the end by the dumpster, but not too close to the dumpster because they'd come and pick it up. But anyway, so I pull in, I get out, I get my walking stick, and I notice something over by the dumpsters on the ground. And I start thinking, I'm like, no, because it looks like two weights on the ground next to the dumpster. I walk over. As I get closer, I feel like I'm freaking dreaming. On the ground, next to the dumpster, looking like somebody apparently threw these two things out, were two 40-pound weights that somebody had left next to the dumpster to throw away. It's an unfreaking believable story. The two weights that I was saving up to buy that I needed, in my workout to help in my recovery, appeared in my life out of the blue. The two very weights that I needed. Swear to God, this is a true story. I mean, I wouldn't even be able to believe this. I have a hard time believing it right now. I'm like, how could this have possibly happened? The one thing, I'm striving to move forward in my recovery, to become a better person. And I am just gifted these two weights that I was saving up for. And I swear to you people, I told no one about this. I didn't know anybody that had 40-pound weights. I didn't know one person in my daily life that even used those weights. So the chances of somebody doing this intentionally are minimum to zero. This is one of the things that's happened to me in the last 13 years that has just solidified and concrete. It's made me have a concrete foundation in just not necessarily, it's not religion, it's more in faith. I believe without a doubt in positivity, in believing I can do something. Like now, I want to write a book, an autobiography, and every morning I picture myself at a Barnes & Noble signing my book for a line of people. Every day I picture that. And I believe it will happen. I believe it so much I'm almost scared of when it does happen because it's going to be such a big deal. I believe this. I mean, stuff like this, and this is just one example. And I believe that I was spared from drug addiction for a reason too, to help other people, to give other people hope. I feel, and this YouTube channel too is part of that, reaching out to people. It's an amazing story. I swear it's true. These two weights that I wanted, that I needed to keep continually working out. And like I said, working out was a huge part of my recovery. Once I started feeling good, like I said, at the beginning, I was using medically assisted treatment or Suboxone, methadone. And there's a lot of bad stuff out there. A lot of people misuse it. But let me tell you, it was the thing that saved my life. I needed it to work, and I followed all the rules to a T, and it saved my life. It helped pull me out. It got me to a point where I could help pull myself out of addiction. But once I started to feel normal, get my energy back, I started to work out and exercise, and this became a huge part of my recovery. Because now my body's important to me, my mind, my body, and it's just one factor as to why I would never want to use again. Because I am proud of all the work that I put into my body, and I'm proud that I haven't polluted my mind with drugs again in the last 13 years. So I read and I try to improve my intellect, my body, my spirit, and it's worked unbelievably for me. And when stuff like this happens, how can you not believe? These two weights appear out of nowhere. The very two weights that I was saving to buy out for. And no other human being on earth knew I wanted these. How could that happen? And this isn't a place that people would usually leave anything. It was a place that people would put their picnic leftovers, their tablecloths, and it's where they gathered all the garbage from the park. It is not a place that people would leave leftover sports equipment. Never. And somehow these two weights that I wanted and needed appear right, and not only that, but they appear right where I park my car. I swear to you, I told no one about wanting these weights. It's an amazing and true story, man. Just something to think about. You guys have a great New Year's Eve and have a very positive and healthy 2020. Take care.